The theme of the World Economic Forum this year is Collaboration for the Intelligent Age. And we all know that there is now no convincing needed on the point that if you do not ride the technology tide, you may get behind or you may be left behind. Pakistan, despite its problems, has somehow is actually riding what I call the technology tide. And why do I say that? I say that because the internet penetration stands at 45.7%. But more interestingly, cellular mobile connects are almost 80%. And we just want to sort of bridge this gap to use the cellular mobile connections for excess or for the lack of infrastructure that countries like Pakistan suffer for.
The numbers of digital payments is getting higher, like from 40% to 82%. So why it is happening? Because there is something, some infrastructure which is already been there, or maybe some scheme or some sort of facility for the people of Pakistan who are actually right now, in fact, you can say from the last 5-4 years. Before that, they are not being properly included. And why is that? Just because of one fact: because they have not been giving the right technological solution. In Pakistan, still we have a 194.6 million subscribers, but out of which 48% are only the smartphone users. The rest of them are still feature phone users. So what about those people who are financially not included because of the services they are not having? They are not having bank branches over there. So then you need to create a solution for this. So the right solution for the right people. So Asan Mobile Account Scheme, which has been created, developed by Pakistanis within Pakistan, and it's a scheme which actually works on a many-to-many model. Like any SIM of any telecom operator can open a bank account in any of the bank by dialing a simple short code, no app, no internet, just a simple short code. We have done one part, that is the account is there, you can put up the money into the account and start digital transactions. But what about if a person is still not able to open a bank account and he wants to do some sort of cash transactions, of cash in or cash out transactions, living in the remote area, no bank account, no bank available, lack of infrastructure, what you will do? But you will find one person over there, and that is the agent, an agent of a bank, of a branchless banking agent. Very unfortunate that Pakistan, after having the branchless banking from the last 10 or 12 years, progressing very fast, but they have a one-to-one solution. If I'm a customer of bank A, I can go to an agent of bank A only. There's agents of 3,75,000 agents available, but in that area, the agent is not available of that bank. Then what should I do? So there is no interoperability. So let me announce this thing that on 16 Jan 2025, before coming to WEF, we have been awarded and mandated by the State Bank to start the agent interoperability, and we're going to conduct our demo by the end of February. And as per the National Financial Inclusion Strategy 2024-28, they are very heavily focusing on agriculture side to do digital solutions for them, to make the agriculture more, and the farmer, and especially the farmers, to get the farmers onboarded and get the more service to be provided to the financial service provided to them. So Agriculture Development Pakistan, this is the surprise for you guys, that the Agriculture Development Bank of Pakistan, which is known as the Zar-e-Tarqiyati Bank. So we signed an agreement with them to provide digital financial services by using the same technology. But this not only gives the financial services with respect to account opening or balancing or your fund transfer, this one, but a loan service, because the farmer runs on loans. They take loans. And by using technology, they can get the loan within 4 hours.
So first of all, a big thank you for having me here today, and we're very honored to have you as part of the EDISON Alliance, and have been great partners since the Alliance was launched. I think we need to take a systematic view. So it's not just focusing on digital, it's focusing on the economic, it's focusing on the gender imperative, it's focusing on the education imperative, it's focusing on the financial and digital literacy, because all these things need to be addressed, because if you're just looking at any one challenge alone, then you'll not be able to solve the greater issue at heart. With the EDISON Alliance, we've taken a matrix approach in terms of how we're thinking about the digital divide. So the first piece is the access. So you need to have a cell phone tower, a subsea cable, or some way in which you'll be able to have that connectivity. And I know that Pakistan has made great strides over the last 15 years in covering nearly 85% of the population. One of the issues that still need to be addressed is access to fiber optic, which the penetration rates are quite low. Now, of course, with mobile telephony, that you can use different solutions like those that were just shared in terms of being able to have those basic options. The second one is affordability. So can you afford your device and can you afford your data plan? This is something that's critical of being able to then have continuous access. And then the third piece is the usability. So do you have the skills? Is there relevant content in your language? So how do we look at where we can tackle each one of these individually? But if we really want to close the divide, we need to think about this holistically within the broader context.
So last year, in our fiscal year that ends in 2024, we official export numbers for Pakistan IT industry was $3.2 billion, right? And that was about 24% increase. This year, in the first 6 months, we've grown another 28%. So we're trending to be over 4 billion, 4.2 to be exact. I think we have a much bigger ambitions going forward. How we're enabling freelancers, this is more of an organic approach. I think people may not realize Pakistan is probably one of the most friendliest regime when it comes to the exports in this. I mean, there's literally no tax for any export that you do for foreign. Any remittance that comes in doesn't get taxed. And I can tell you, this is probably one of the things people look at it, is say Pakistan has the most favorable when it comes to the export taxes. So we're there. What are we doing to enable them? Obviously, we create the supply side of it.
We are greatly honored that Pakistan is the first country to implement the digital FDI initiative, और उसमें सब लोग उसमें जो है involved हैं, and it's a very comprehensive plan in terms of how we take things forward, because अगर हमने digital nation पाकिस्तान की बात करनी है, then we cannot go into verticals, because as I said, verticals have a lot of centers of excellence, but we have to go horizontal. It's only by going horizontal we are going to actually unlock the value from within. And for that we need to have a very comprehensive end-to-end plan. और उसमें कोई स्टेट बैंक की बात ना करें, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस की बात ना करें, आपने जो करना है वो आप करें, कि जो उसने हमें ये टारगेट दे दिया, हमें ये टारगेट दे दिया, forget about these targets. Forget about these targets. आप ये देखें कि हमने कहाँ हमने इस मुल्क को लेकर जाना है, and the value addition that you already have provided, just go for it. Forget about the targets which the government is. I mean, yesterday I was here and I had the privilege of being here as well. You in the private sector, you have to lead the country. हमारा काम सिर्फ ये है कि आपको policy framework दें, policy continuity दें, which means कि within this context of the digital FDI initiative with DCO, etc. So उसमें digital infrastructure, digital adoption, additional digital services, and indeed export part of it. So my only view again would be that we have a huge opportunity. क्योंकि अभी इन्होंने कल भी हमारी बात हुई थी और दिसंबर में $384 million. That's what we touched in terms of IT services related to that. Was highest ever in our, and it is only upside going from there. It's no different from the whole remittance discussion, because जब भी हम touch करते हैं एक certain level, हम कहते हैं कि हमने, we have reached nirvana. No, we haven't reached nirvana. So last year our remittance flows were $30.2 billion. If this trajectory continues, inshallah, which we will, we will hit $35 billion this fiscal year. Now just think about it, the kind of external space and the fiscal space that we are developing. All my lifestyle data is available with Nadra. There's no question about it. They have all my lifestyle data. Then we have the data available in the tax authority, right? Which means how much tax I'm paying. So what were we doing previously? What we were doing was taking this data and its raw form, sending it to field formations. What do the field formations do, right? Someone, might throw it in the bin. Someone might actually try to extract value for the exchequer, but mostly they would extract value out of me.
हमारा जो सबसे बड़ा इकराम साहब जो चैलेंज है कि हमने इसको सबको इकट्ठा कैसे करना है, बिकॉज दैट टू मी इज व्हाट इज गोइंग टू लीड 1 + 1 to 3 or 2 + 2 to 5. That's the only way we are going to unlock the economic value which is going to come, inshallah, from digital Pakistan. Thank you.
I'd just like to add a few things. You talked about Rast. Well, for 2 years, State Bank forgot about us, and then they discovered that how do you reach the people who have a feature phone? So now we are integrating with Rast. The second thing is the Huma app. For a year or so, they kept after us, and we kept on telling them, don't do it in Urdu. Don't do it in Roman Urdu. Like you said, everybody can get in the TikTok. She may not know how to use the thing, but she knows how to use a TikTok. So if she knows how to use a TikTok, she can use the Huma app for all purposes. So that is now in Roman Urdu, and it is being tested in banks now already. So it is a part of the thing parcel. See, so in the last one, the same thing I told you about your war on cash, the thing you invented, is it takes a stroke of a pen. Make everybody pay their telephone bills through bank accounts. Bank accounts or Huma account, doesn't matter. Make them pay. Once you make them pay, you take away the cash. You take away the cash, you bring it all into one holy thing that is forensic, which is the data that you are talking about, the data that you want, the data you want to get together. So now, the ball is in your court.